Hey, welcome to the Love My Stuff Chemical Lab. Today we're going to make some very special little appliques for the furniture, the shabby chic furniture. So, mad scientist at work. Pretty easy. Today we're using the Barnes Easy Cast, which is a very fast polyurethane resin. Two-part resin, so equal part A and equal part B. We don't have a lot of time to muck around once we've mixed these two together, because as the name says, very fast, and you'll see that shortly. What we have here is our mould. So this has been a mould that we've taken off a picture frame, actually, of a lovely carved rose and leaves, and this is the end result. So let me just step you through it. Pretty easy. Disposable plastic drinking cups, disposable plastic spoon, and part A and part B of the very fast cure resin. So here we go. So literally, once you've measured out equal parts A and B, just tip them into the one cup. Hope I haven't lost you so far. And just make sure that's in there. And then what we do is we just mix that thoroughly to make sure that the two parts are mixed together, because if it doesn't mix together properly, you end up with a Frankenstein creation, which is not what we want. Okay, well, that's nice and mixed together, and you'll know that the chemical reaction starts working because you start to feel the heat in the cup from the chemical reaction. So once we've got that mixed nice and thoroughly, and I think that's about right there, what we do is we just carefully pour it into the mould, just in the one spot, and that just lets the liquid force all the air bubbles out. So just gently let that fill up. Nearly there. And there we go. So all of that mixed resin, part A, part B mixed resin, is now in the mould. So we'll just let that cure. And as you'll see, the curing time is actually quite quick. And the way the chemical reaction works is it starts to set first in the deepest or most thickest part of the mould, and then gradually spreads out. So the magic will begin shortly. So as you can see, the two parts, there's a clear part and a sort of an amber type fluid, which is the part B. So when you mix them together, you get this sort of amber coloured fluid, which is the resin, and interestingly it actually cures to a nice white colour like that. So as you can see now, the chemical reaction's happening, the magic's happening, and that's starting to cure. What we need to do is just let this cure completely, which takes about 2 or 3 minutes, and just leave it for another couple of minutes to make sure that it's cured properly, and then I'll just show you how you get it out of the mould. As it's going through this process, it actually generates quite a bit of heat. So I usually use it to work on my tan. Hi, well, back again. I've given it a few minutes now to completely dry, and what I always find is a good indicator of how it's going, apart from being nice and solid. But you'll see that the residue which was left over in the cup has also, the chemical reaction has happened there, and as you can see, as you pull that out, the rest of that is also, the chemical reaction is now completely finished. And the beauty about this, of course, is that as you pull that out, you can see that you can reuse that cup as necessary as well, which is good because we don't like to waste. We're very big into recycling. So in terms of taking our new creation out of the mould. If you feel that, you'll actually still feel a fair bit of heat in that, surprisingly hot actually, as a result of the chemical reaction. So as I said, that's been there now for probably about 6 minutes, and that reaction is pretty much complete because, as I said, you can feel that it's nice and hard. You'll also notice here on the side that there's been a little bit that has come out of the mould. That's okay, that's no problem at all. Just pull that away, and that's okay. So in terms of getting this out of the mould, it's really quite simple. Just pull it away from the edges, just to break that surface tension, and do that all the way around the resin which is created there. And just gently, 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 no hurry, and just gently lever that out of the mould. And it's a good quality silicon mould, so you can use it again and again and again. So there we go. So there's the mould, that's out, and there's our wonderful new creation, ready to go on one of B's wonderful shabby chic creations as a wonderful applique. So simple as that, and very simple now with this very fast cure resin that's available on the market, and there's good quality silicon moulds that we can make. So there you go, a nice little lesson from our mad scientist laboratory. See you in the next video.